national park of Tel Dan. We're right in the north of Israel. We're actually on a level with Tyre and Sidon in Lebanon. And the loud noise of rushing water that you can hear in the background, it's probably drowning me out right now, that is the sound of the largest spring in the Middle East. It's the Dan Spring, and it is actually one of the sources of the Jordan River. And wherever I hear this sound, it reminds me of a few verses in the book of Revelation. So if you will, just allow me to read a couple of verses from the book of Revelation for you. So I'm going to start with Revelation chapter 1 and verse 12. Then I turned to see the voice that was speaking to me. And when I turned, I saw 7 golden lampstands. In the midst of the lampstands, I saw one like the Son of Man, clothed in a robe down to his feet, with a golden robe wrapped around his chest. His head and his hair were white like wool, white like snow, and his eyes were like a flame of fire. His feet were like polished bronze refined in a furnace, and his voice was like the roar of the rushing waters, just like you hear behind me. Now I'm going to skip to Revelation chapter 7 and verse 9. After these things I looked, and behold, a vast multitude that nobody could count, from every nation, and all tribes, and peoples, and tongues, were standing before the throne, and before the Lamb. They were clothed in white robes with palm branches in their hands, and they were crying out with a loud voice, saying, Salvation belongs to our God who sits on the throne, and to the Lamb. This is so beautiful. God cares about every tribe and tongue, and He wants to make sure that there is a representative standing before Him in heaven and crying out for salvation. And I think it's so important that each nation, each tribe, and each tongue retains their identity in Him, retains their uniqueness. God is a God of diversity. He doesn't want us all to sound the same. He doesn't want us all to look the same. He doesn't even want all our worship to sound the same. Imagine that all the worship of all the nations coming before the throne in heaven, and it sounds like this, the white noise of all the sounds in the sound spectrum being sounded simultaneously. I just want to finish with Revelation 19 and verse 6. Then I heard something like the voice of a great multitude, like the roar of rushing waters, or like the rumbling of powerful thunder, saying, Hallelujah!